This is going to be a short tutorial on the vault direction. So VaultIt is designed that even with your back completely facing where you want to vault, it's going to get an organic pose through the full body IK and motion warping. See? Which means there's really no angle where you shouldn't be able to vault in terms of aesthetic or functionality. However, that doesn't mean that your gameplay is suited to being able to do that. Because if I am not pressing an input and just hit V, it doesn't. Okay, if I come a lot closer and just hit V, it does nothing. Because when there's no input, there's no acceleration, and it uses the forward-facing direction. But if there's input, and I hit V, it uses the input direction. So, let's say you're making a very realistic game, and you don't want to be able to vault unless you're above a certain speed, or, well, let me just show you. So we have a function here, get vault direction. Let's just say to start with, we can go select vector. So we're going to return 0, but this wants a unit vector. If it doesn't get a unit vector, it's going to abort. So by default, we'll just have it fail. I can't vault because it's returning something that cannot be normalized to a unit vector. So let's say we can only vault if get max speed, we go get velocity, length. So to be able to vault, we need to be moving it at least at half of our max speed. So I approach, I stop, hit V. Nope, nothing. I approach at speed and hit V, and you can vault. So now we're getting a little closer to realism. But what if what if I don't want to use the input direction? What if I want the direction he's moving in and not the direction he wants to move in? Then I can just return the velocity. It will normalize it for us, so you don't need to normalize it. You'll just end up normalizing it twice. Maybe I'm wrong on that one. Okay. Okay, so for that to work, I've been pressing it too late. In other words, he hit the wall as I pressed the vault. So it's quite hard to get it accurate when you do it this way. So maybe if we're a fair bit more forgiving, you're moving at a quarter of the speed, then it will use the velocity. Yeah, that's a lot easier to hit. And then, of course, if we are not moving, it won't vault. So now, he always vaults in the direction he's moving and not in the direction you're pressing, and he can only vault if he's moving at least a quarter of his speed. So this is how you change that behavior, just in what direction he vaults, and how to prevent it based on the direction. Alright, like I said, a short tutorial. Thank you for watching.